Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this spring-inspired everyday makeup. I know I'm a few weeks premature with doing spring-inspired makeup, but the brighter days, the sun is shining longer, and I just felt inspired and I'm loving these products. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to share them with you because they are so good. So if you want to see this makeup, then just keep on watching. I have a couple different things that I wanted to try here. The Touche Éclat, I bought a couple things off of Brown Thomas and they put this in as a sample size. I feel like I tried it before and didn't like it, but we're gonna try it again. It's like the one that has the little gold flecks within it and it's a blurring primer, which can't really say no to a blurring primer. I feel like people like this though, but I don't love silicone-based primers. So I'm just gonna literally put it in the areas my pores are the largest. So mainly my T-zone. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds to like set and then maybe that will make a difference because I want to like it because man, if it means less powder to blur the pores, great. Now I've been using this next product for about 4 days now, so it's still new to me, but I love it and I know it's definitely gonna be a go-to summer kind of product. It's the Chanel Le Beige's Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. It makes me want to try the Sheer Healthy Glow foundation because I love this consistency so much. I know it's more of like a highlighting, bronzing base product. Okay, I have it on the back of my hand here. I'm gonna take it on like quite a large stippling brush so that it's really easily moved on my face. This is the Kiko 04. And I pop it on my brush first. And obviously keep it in areas I want more of a glow. So my cheeks, forehead, nose, like the top half of my face. Even if you don't want to wear anything on your skin, this just gives you a sheer healthy glow and it's not greasy and it's not too glowy. Like it's perfect for a skin-like glow. So clearly I really love it. Going to foundation, I've heard a lot of reviews about this already, so I had to pick it up. You know, my #1 all-time favorite foundation is the NARS Sheer Glow. I think I've repurchased it like 5 times now. It is my baby. It's always like my go-to when I don't know what to wear. I just can like count on it. It's such a reliable foundation for me. Anyways, NARS came out with a new one. I think it's well over 50% skincare ingredients. It is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I got it in Punjab because that's what I wear Sheer Glow in. I've only worn it twice. I don't know if it's because I mix it with this Chanel Glow Base product, but I literally get so many compliments on my skin. It is the most skin-like finish, but with coverage. If that makes sense? Let's just do it. So you do need to shake it well. Again, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. You can see right off the bat, there definitely is coverage in this, but it's a very light consistency and also in texture actually. It's not like super watery, like it's not rubbing or running down my hand, but it's very lightweight. Now, you know, I can't talk for dry skin, but for oily skin, it laid beautifully on my skin, but it also stayed beautifully on my skin. I think I touched up once, but that's because I was going to an event 10 hours after I applied my makeup. So naturally you need to touch up a little bit, and it only removed in like areas that like, you know, around your mouth from eating all day and drinking and stuff like that. But it had such a beautiful finish, even like when I was taking my makeup off like 14 hours later. So it was a beautiful long wearing foundation on my oily skin. I don't know what it would be like on dry skin, but I don't see it being very drying. But again, maybe try a channel that has dry skin that has reviewed this. But I love it, you guys. The one I'm using is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I have it in 02. I've had this one for a long time. And I think I don't know, I just didn't really give it a good chance. And I've been nonstop wearing it for the last 2 weeks and I'm obsessed, especially under my eyes as well. Like it is so long wearing. I don't have to set it. I've also not really been setting my concealer under my eyes just because I'm not getting any younger and I feel like powder just accentuates any kind of, you know, fine lines and wrinkles. So this concealer has just been incredible. Absolutely love it. That concealer just gives me a finishing touch in areas I want it to be a little bit more flawless. I also used this brush for like the first time. It's the Luxe Crease 228 Zoeva brush. Definitely not for concealer, but it was so good to use. So I'll be keeping that as my concealer brush. Now for areas I don't trust without powder, AKA my T-zone, the oiliest area on my face, I'm taking this Kiko Milano translucent powder. I think it's just the Invisible Touch Face Fixing Powder. Now it comes with a little, you know, sponge in the actual packaging. And I know some people like don't use it because it probably isn't the most sanitary to continue to use like back and forth with your skin, but this kind of sponge is the best for packing on pores. So I really tap off a lot of the powder on the back of my hand here. And this is what I do. Just trust the process. And to be fair, this is my product. I don't do makeup on other people with this and then use it on me. Like, this is just my face, so it's fine. It hasn't broken me out in the last 10 days, so I don't think it will, but I do use it right on the areas that I would have the most oil. And this is probably why I don't have to touch up my makeup, because it like packs in your pore. Okay, moving on to bronzer. I do love a cream bronzer, but today I'm going to show you a powder bronzer. I've used this one plenty of times. It's the Code 8 bronzer in Positano. I always want to say Amalfi, but it's Positano. It's a nice true bronzy shade with a slight hint of like a gold shimmer, but not obvious where it looks shiny in all the wrong areas. So I'm just gonna put this in everywhere I wanna look nice and beachy and fresh. I'm also using this on the Kiko 10 brush. Using the same brush, I'm gonna take an old favorite. This is the Benefit California. It is the best smelling blush. Like, I want this in a summer perfume. It is the epitome of summer and beachy and sun-kissed skin. It smells so good. But if you are sensitive to smells, this is definitely gonna be a little bit too much for you. This has like a really soft coral undertone, which I really love for spring. I kind of go into those more peachier coral tones. And I'm just keeping it at the outer top section of my cheek. And it's a really beautiful color that's not too intense, but it gives me the perfect flush that I want. So every product that I've used so far, the Chanel-based product, the foundation, the bronzer, the blush, they all have a slight sheen, like skin-like sheen glow, if you will. So it really allows the skin to be so healthy looking, and I feel like I don't need to add a highlighter because all of them combined just give me the perfect added glow to my skin that it needs. So I'm not gonna add a highlighter today. I also just put a little bit of Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil in the ends of my brows. I'm really just starting to minimize the brow products that I use just because I don't want it to be overwhelming. So moving on to eyes, I'm gonna take this Kiko Milano eyeliner, which has been so nice. It's a really long wearing eyeliner. It's in the shade 04. Has a little like smudge brush at the end. I'm gonna grab my mirror here. I don't know if I can talk into it, but I probably should sharpen this. Oh well. I'm gonna take it at the end of my top lash line, close and drag out. So really just the outer corner is getting a little lift. You can also switch to the smudge brush side to sharpen. Also, I always use my fingernail to sharpen, and then connect where you see needed. Also, I always line my tight line. For mascara, I feel a little conflicted because I have 3 favorites that I'm rotating at the moment. Obviously, Hourglass Unlocked is my #1. I love it. I was sent this one from Byredo. They now have launched makeup, and they're known for their like luxury fragrances. This is the most awkward looking mascara tube in color, and it doesn't, I don't, like, obviously there is a point to it because the rest of the products are so beautiful and like luxury looking, and then I pulled this out and I was like, is this the same brand? It is. It's obviously a little moment, but the mascara is really good. Like, it doesn't transfer. My only problem that I've noticed, because especially yesterday I had such a long day and I had an event and I didn't have time to redo my makeup, it started flaking, which I've not really had in a mascara before. Normally my #1 problem is transfer because I have oily eyelids, and it doesn't transfer. I can 100% say that, but I could just see like little black dots like at the end of the day. And this is like now at like hour 12. So if you're not wearing makeup 12 hours in the day, that's totally fine. But if you are, it's just, that's what I noticed. The other one is the Kiko Milano one. Love it. It is so good. It's really affordable too. No transfer, no flaking, really great. I have this one in my bag. The other 2 are in the drawer. So I'll just show you what it looks like, because it is like the blackest mascara and it layers like a dream. And I don't think I'm gonna have a 12-hour makeup day today. So let's just do it. Like, 1 coat truly looks like 2 coats. It is such an incredible mascara on first application. And don't get me wrong, I love how it wears, hence me putting it on still. I'll report back. I'll leave a little text box up here to see what it looks like after like 8 or 10 hours. So then if it's just good for every day, you can do that. We're gonna move on to lips. I'm gonna line my lips with a liner that is coming out later this year, so I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but anything that's a little bit more on the nude brown side will do because the lipstick has a little bit more punch to it, so we want to tone it down with the lip liner. For lipstick, I bought last week and I love it. It's the new MAC Luster Glass lipstick, and I got it in the shade Oh Goody. It is so pretty. It looks really intense in the tube. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's a really pretty pinky coral shade. But because of like the formula, it's a little bit more sheer. And I'm not gonna go too crazy with it. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like on. You can see it's not super intense on first application. I'm just gonna pat that in to blend it a little bit. But because of the lip liner, it tones it down a little bit so it's not in your face. I always do that whenever I have a brighter lipstick or I'm transitioning into brighter lipsticks for spring, summer. This is a perfect way to do it because I'm not really into like opaque bright lipsticks, like full-on bright lipsticks. That's just not my go-to every day. Or this gives me that pop of color without being in your face. I'm also gonna take whatever's left on my finger and pop it on my cheeks so it's nice and cohesive. Last but not least, to keep this all in place and last as long as possible, I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I had the mini version I bought a couple months ago. I finished it, I loved it, so I repurchased the full version. This is definitely the makeup that I'm gonna be rocking in the spring, starting summer. I know it's a little early, but it feels fresh and glowy with a little hint of color, especially for every day. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.